Welcome to the Black White Soul Wrestling Review, and I'm going to be reviewing SmackDown, which aired on Friday the 7th of March. SmackDown started off with a match, Christian in the ring, and his opponent, Dolph Ziggler. So happy to be in... I am so happy to see Ziggler in matches again. He'd sort of been off TV, but came back with that big match against Batista last week. Win over Del Rio on Raw, which is also the reason that Del Rio is on commentary. Though Del Rio is looking bored as hell. He's barely adding to the commentary. Good solid match from Christian and Ziggler. Because of what happened on Raw, Del Rio eventually decides he needs to do something because he's being boring. Stands on the announce desk and sort of just shouts some random words, distracts Ziggler. Christian hits the kill switch, Ziggler pinned. Of course he is. But this does give us sort of Ziggler versus Del Rio going into Mania, so at least that means Ziggler might be on the Mania card, if not the pre-show. So it's a little bit of hope for Zig. Christian after the match. They have an interview of Christian completely playing up the fact he's heel, telling the people to shut up. Christian is a good worker. Give him a good program. I'd much prefer to see Christian against Ziggler. But annoys Sheamus. Sheamus comes out after being attacked by Christian on Raw. Christian just bails out, so this is just them carrying on their feud. We've got quite a long way to go with this feud, so I hope they do something to sort of freshen it up, because they've already had quite a few matches. Okay, next segment was Batista coming out, and last week with Batista's heel turn, he works so much better as a heel. He looks a lot more comfortable with it, and frankly, it just works, because the crowd just don't like him. I think Batista actually does feel genuinely a bit pissed off at the crowd, but Batista's working it and using the whole story going into it really well. His heel gimmick works spectacularly. Daniel Bryan comes out, and to give Batista his dues, he's actually working with Ziggler and Daniel Bryan. He's not just trying to bury them. He's smart and he's actually doing what a heel should do. He's putting them over, but still making himself look strong. It breaks down into a brawl. Kane comes down, distracts Daniel Bryan so Batista can attack him from behind. And it's a 2-on-1 beatdown. And the Big Show, of all people, comes out as Michael Cole shouts, "He's back!" Though he returned to be Betty White's chaperone / concubine. I don't know what those two did together. But this sets up a tag team match for the main event of SmackDown, which is okay. Big Show, again, they seem to like partnering him with Daniel Bryan because they want to get the rub from Daniel Bryan onto the Big Show, which they tried last year when they had Big Show pretending to be Austin and just didn't work. Okay, the next match was the new tag team champions, the Usos, defending against Ryback. Not really much to say about this match. The Usos are hot at the moment, and it was just they needed just a good clean win over someone to just help them show that they're a strong champion team. Apparently it was on Main Event, which I don't often catch, that the Usos defended their titles against the New Age Outlaws with their rematch clause, so it looks like that storyline might be completely done, so maybe they're going to move on to a new rivalry, don't know yet. Then we actually had some Divas action. It's sort of been a bit dwindling, the Divas division at the moment, and of all people it is Natalya, fantastic, and Eva Marie, not really someone I want to see in the ring, and not someone that should be in the ring, because the first move of the match she manages to mess up. They didn't really carry on anything with Tamina Snuka and her sort of kicking AJ in the face and costing her a match, but oh well. Again, AJ gets a huge pop when she gets in the ring because she is so much better than the others. But I'm hoping this sets up a Natalya versus AJ feud because they're the two best women in the company today. And to end this hour of SmackDown, they showed again the nice little tribute video to the latest inductee to the Hall of Fame, which is Paul Bearer. Oh my god, as a child I used to watch wrestling and he was amazing. The power of the Undertaker! Oh, just gotta love him. On the second half of SmackDown, we started off with The Shield. Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns coming down from the crowd, entering the ring, and they want answers from Seth. Which I thought was an amazing segment on Raw. And it was something a bit different with Seth walking away because it looked more like it was just going to be Ambrose walking out. And Seth explaining his actions. Again, this is a really good segment. This is a really good storyline. They're sort of teasing the cracks, but they are also making it so the Shield are coming back together and actually looking strong. So the more they slightly tease it, but the more the Shield looks strong, the better. I can't wait to see what they do with this. I don't know, part of me wants to keep the Shield together because they're such a good team, but I think all three men could be really good singles wrestlers. After this, we had a match between Sheamus and Alberto Del Rio. We've seen this so many times. They're not bad together, but again, it's like the Randy Orton, John Cena thing. Too many times. Sheamus just gets the win. Batista has an interview. It's not his best interview because he's just mumbling through it. So, not too happy with it, but I suppose it could be part of the gimmick that he's just a bit annoyed, so he's just mumbling into a camera, not really listening to the interviewer. He wasn't really looking at him, but yeah, didn't really do anything for me. Showed Alexander Rusev and put him on a pedestal. We know the drill, he's foreign, so therefore he's bad. Not much else to say. He's not stepped foot in a wrestling ring since the Royal Rumble. Until he actually starts doing anything, I don't give a damn. A little thing to just show that Hulk Hogan is going to be on Raw. I, being the small child inside, popped for this and can't wait to see Hogan, let's be honest. Big Show Daniel Bryan interview, not the best interview, just them trying to do up some jokes that don't really go anywhere. Well, it gets the crowd into the yes chants. Then we actually get the heels enter the ring, and then a little thing saying that Taker's going to be on Raw, so Raw could actually be quite a good one coming up. And then we had the match. Daniel Bryan in the Big Show versus Kane and Batista. Good solid match. Big Show did beat the living hell out of Batista's chest. His chest didn't go red, it went right through that to purple. And there was some sort of harsh looks between Batista and Big Show, so I don't know if that was a little bit of a ribbing. But we'll see if they get into a fight backstage afterwards. But, solid match. Daniel Bryan instigated the Shawn Michaels corner spot, where he flips up and falls down. No one can do it as good as Shawn, but it's good to see he's sort of having a little nod there to his mentor. Good solid match. And they had the smart choice, getting Kane pinned, because you don't really want Daniel Bryan or Batista to get pinned at this point in time going into their big matches. Big Show's first match since the beating by Brock Lesnar, so he still needs to look strong. Kane, not going to really do him any damage losing. He's already down at the bottom of the card. Good solid match, not like the best ending to Raw, but Daniel Bryan and his yes chants, Big Show milking it, and of course putting Daniel Bryan on his shoulders. All in all, good solid SmackDown. Can't say there are any amazing 5-star matches, but all were fairly solid, and all matches served a point, which is what annoys me when matches have no purpose on the show. Everyone was pushing towards WrestleMania, or at least making guys look strong coming into WrestleMania. So that's all for my show tonight. I will talk to you again after Monday Night Raw. TTFN.